Have y'all heard of The Secret? Because I read The Secret, I watched the documentary, and I realized that it does not actually teach you how to manifest properly. What The Secret teaches you, they teach you more about your thoughts, and it's not just about your thoughts. If anything, it's more about your feelings. Your feelings are actually more important. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 law of attraction tips that The Secret did not teach you. And when you understand these tips, you will understand manifestation a lot better. So, I've been learning about law of attraction, manifestation sort of stuff, for a few years now. And along the way, I've kind of learned that there are sort of rules when it comes to manifesting. And if you don't understand the rules, you're not going to be able to manifest correctly. And this is because we can create energetic blocks and resistance. So if you're not aware of that, then you're going to have a problem with manifesting and bringing things into your reality. So we're going to run through these 10 tips, and I hope it will help you when it comes to manifesting your desires. The first one is your emotions speak louder than your words. So that's what I just said in the beginning, right? That's something I learned pretty much like years after reading The Secret or watching The Secret documentary. It didn't teach you about your emotions. There was someone in the documentary, I can't remember who it was either Bob Proctor, or it might have been John, I can't remember how to say his last name, John Azaroff or something along those lines. It was one of those people, I'm pretty sure, that was in the Law of The Secret movie, who said they weren't happy with it because they were saying you're not teaching it right. So your emotions are a lot more important than the words, your thoughts, because your emotional state, your emotions is how you're tapping into frequencies. And if you're not tapping into the right frequency, then you're not going to be able to bring what you want into your reality. So you learn to become mindful of your emotions. Learn to, like, for example, if you're trying to manifest something, but you're feeling emotions of like frustration because it isn't here yet, that's going to stop your manifestation from being able to come in. So what you do is you use your emotions to manifest by imagining yourself having the thing that you want. Imagine what it would feel like having the thing that you're wanting, and get emotionally involved. When you do that, right, that is how you bring it into your reality. But you can't just do it once. You can't sit down and just imagine what you're wanting, getting emotionally involved, and then think it's going to happen. You kind of got to do it on a daily sort of basis. So the best time to actually do it would be right before you go to sleep. You get in bed, and before falling asleep, it doesn't take a long time, a minute, 5 minutes. Just imagine what it is you're wanting, get emotionally involved, feel as if your wish is already fulfilled, fall asleep, because you're going to take that into the subconscious mind whilst you're sleeping. Do it every night, and it will be brought into your reality. Number 2 is feeling good is more important than continuing to identify what you're wishing for. And this is because, like I said, your emotions are so important when it comes to manifesting. If you're not feeling good, if you're feeling, negative emotions, I'm frustrated because I don't have this desire, that's going to stop you from being able to bring it into your reality. So focus on feeling good, become mindful of your emotional state. Whenever you've noticed you're feeling, a negative emotion, do something to get yourself out of the negative state and back into the positive state. Focus on feeling good more than identifying what you're actually wanting. I actually learned from Bashar as well. Bashar's he's like an alien being that's being channeled by this guy called Daryl. I think his name's Daryl. I keep forgetting if it's Darren or Daryl. I'm pretty sure it's Daryl, but I can't remember his last name. And he channels this alien being called Bashar. Bashar gives us all these great messages guiding humanity like the right way, if you know what I mean. And Bashar basically talks about always being in a joyful state. Regardless of what's going on in the outer reality, remain in a joyful state. So focus on just feeling good. Number 3 is the universe is always responding to your vibration. The universe doesn't care about what you want. That's what The Secret was teaching, right? Like, focus on what you want and you get it. Think about what you want, you get it. And that's a lie. Because when you are focusing on the things you're wanting, I really, really want this, what you're doing energetically is you're saying to the universe, I really want this thing. I currently don't have it, therefore I lack it. And then that's a reflection you get back because the universe responds to your vibration. So that's why you use your emotions to feel as if you already have this thing. You feel as if your wish is fulfilled. That's your vibration. That's how you bring it in. So become mindful of your emotions and become mindful of your vibration. Number 4 is start an angel day with gratitude. I talk a lot about gratitude in my content, and it's because gratitude is such a high vibrational frequency and it's a key thing when it comes to manifesting. So gratitude is known as the frequency of receiving, right? So again, the universe doesn't care about what you want. It just gives you a reflection back of what frequency you're tuned into. When you're tuning into the frequency of gratitude, you're genuinely grateful for what you have in your life, then the reflection you get back by the law of attraction is the universe will go, okay, here's more stuff for you to be grateful for. If you're not actually being grateful for what you already have, the universe isn't going to bring your manifestation into reality. So start an angel day with gratitude. So I start my day with gratitude by thinking of 3 things I'm grateful for. This morning it was just, I'm grateful for my really nice, warm, comfortable bed because I love sleeping in it. I get a good sleep. I'm grateful for my house that I'm living in. It's not my dream home, but what I'm paying for this house for rent is really good considering the rent prices in the city. Our rent prices shot up after we had earthquakes here, and they've been climbing ever since, and it's ridiculous what people are having to pay for a house. And I'm actually really lucky with what I've got and what I'm paying. So that was one of my things I was grateful for. And what was the third thing? I can't remember the third thing, but I think of 3 things at the start of the day that I was grateful for, and then angel day with gratitude. So I have a gratitude journal next to my bed, and I write down 3 things that happened during the day that I was grateful for. Now, again, this is a high vibrational frequency, and it's the frequency of receiving. But it also trains you to start realizing how good life actually is. When you stop and you take the time to express gratitude for the smaller things in life, that is when it'll start programming your mind to realize life's actually really good. Look at all this amazing stuff that does actually happen that I've been overlooking. Your whole vibration and mindset will change. It's such an easy, simple thing to do as well. Number 5 is don't let others or outside circumstances control how you feel. Feel, right? Because your emotions are very important. So you can't let other people or outside circumstances control those emotions. So for example, if you're trying to manifest a certain thing and you're focused on the results. I haven't got the results yet. And then you're getting frustrated because you haven't got the results yet. What you're doing is you're letting the outside circumstances control how you feel. And you've got to learn to keep that positive vibration, the vibration of already having what you want to manifest. And regardless of what's going on out in the outer reality, you've got to learn to kind of switch off from what's going on in the outer reality so that it doesn't affect you emotionally. So that can be something that you may actually need to work at, because sometimes I find it can be a little bit difficult not to affect your emotions. So it's just something you may have to practice, but you've got to basically not let anything in the outer reality control your emotions. Number 6 is inspiration, is clear communication and guidance from your inner being. You have this inner being, you have this inner knowing and inner guidance. And when you put attention on your inner world, this is where you start connecting to your higher self. This is where you connect to God, spirit guides. This is when spiritual downloads can come through. So you have this inner world, this inner being, right? And when you're being inspired, that is clear communication and guidance from it. Follow that. Inspired means in spirit. So whenever you're inspired, take it as a good sign and follow that. Number 7 is notice signs and synchronicities. So the universe communicates in many ways, right? It's whether or not you're awake and aware and in tune, and you can pick up on the messages, right? For example, synchronicities is basically like the same thing as like coincidences, but like there is no such thing as a coincidence. It's synchronicity, right? So, for example, you may be thinking about something and then you see a video coming up on your social media news feed, and the video is just very relevant to what you were just thinking. That's not a coincidence, it's a synchronicity. It's the universe communicating to you. Another form of synchronicities is seeing numbers, right? The universe communicates with numbers because the universe is built on numbers. So, for example, the angel numbers 1111, 111, 222, 333, 444, so on, right? If you're seeing repetitive numbers, that is a sign. For example, when I started up my YouTube channel, I have been seeing angel numbers, but one number specifically that's constantly coming up is 44. Whenever I look at the time, 9:44, 10:44, 11:44, my phone 44%. Like 44 is like, I'm seeing it everywhere, right? And I was like, what does this number mean? Why do I keep seeing it? And the number's basically saying, it talks about having, building a foundation, having patience and perseverance. Like, it's very relevant to me starting up an online business. So it's like the universe is telling me to keep going, you're on the right path. So become aware of these signs and synchronicities because they will help guide you. Number 8 is let go of the need to control. When you're trying to control the situation, you're trying to control how the manifestation is going to work, that's coming from the ego. It's your ego that's wanting to control. Your ego is the false self. It's the mind, it's the false self. Your true self is the soul. The soul doesn't need to control. So you've got to learn to let go of that need to control, because when you're trying to control, that's when you're butchering up the energy dynamics. That's when you're going to create resistance and blocks, and you will stop your manifestation from coming in. So learn to let go. It's like Buddha says, attachment is the root of all suffering. So learn to detach, learn to let go of control, let go of attachment, and let go of the outcome. Don't focus on the results. When you let go, that is when the magic happens. Number 9 is take time to meditate. When we sit down and meditate, we're putting intention into our inner world, and that is when, like I said before, that is when we can connect to our higher self, our spirit guides. That's when we can have messages coming through that will guide us. It can guide us with what we're trying to manifest. So take the time to meditate. 5 minutes a day, is enough to get benefits from meditating. So, if you're pushed for time, you don't have to sit down for half an hour to do this. 5 minutes during your lunch break, it's better than nothing. And number 10 is spend at least 5 minutes every day daydreaming about what you want. Now, this is because your imagination is extremely powerful, and it's a great tool to use when manifesting. So Albert Einstein talked a lot about imagination. One of his quotes is, imagination is everything. It's the preview of life's coming attractions. So what you do is just sit down for at least 5 minutes, daydream, use your imagination, imagine what it is that you're wanting to manifest, imagine what it would be like to have it, and get emotionally involved again, because your emotions are really important. So you just imagine how you would feel if you had this desire. Spend 5 minutes every day doing that, and that's how you'll bring it into your reality. I hope this video was helpful for you. You understand manifestation a bit better, because like I said, The Secret does not actually teach it right. It focuses more on thinking better thoughts and focusing on what you want, and that's actually not going to get you what you want. So if you got some sort of value, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Write down below in the comments something that you're wanting to manifest. Put it out there into the universe by just typing it into the comments. And if you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit that bell notification. Have an awesome day. Peace.